Hey people, it's Kelly of Print Pray Slay, and I'm here to share a flip through of my journaling Bibles from 2018, and I think a bit about 19 since I'm already in 19. So this was my first journaling Bible ever. This was the Inspire Bible. It was large print, thus very large. It's a beautiful journaling Bible, but it was too big for me to carry around, to journal, and to just, it wasn't functional for what I thought I wanted to do in my Bible after using it for some time. So I started Bible journaling in 2016, I believe. And I bought this Bible for my birthday. I got it wrapped by Mama Bouquet. So that's why it's lovely. And I I dove right into it using just color pencils and such, and then later started using acrylic paints and watercolors and things like that. My style has changed a lot, as you see when I get into this journaling Bible. But it went from the Inspire Bible over to my Faith Planner and then to my new journaling Bible, the little one. So we'll jump right into it. This is a tag made by Mama Boucle. It says my name, Kelly. I really like this Bible in the sense that it had the larger print and everything like that. I love that it already had illustrations in it. So that's what I mean by my style changed. I would get to books in this Bible and find out that they already had illustrations on it, and where I wanted to journal, there really was nowhere to do. Then I started doing tip-ins. So let's go. I'm just going to flip through the pages that I actually completed or started on or attempted to do. My very first is it's just a scrapbook page in here. This is me when I was a baby. And this page is very special to me because it's about my favorite place in the clouds. And it's about a reoccurring dream that I have about meeting God. And I'm like surrounded in this white fluffiness, which I assume is a cloud or a cloth. And it's like in this swirl, and I'm wrapped in it, and I'm having this conversation with God. And I had that dream over and over. There are a lot more details to that dream that I don't really want to get into, but it made me think of Exodus when Moses finally like meets God, but from the back, like from behind him. And he goes into that experience. So that's what was my first entry. These are not in order of entry, but I'm just going to go through them. This one I started, and then I didn't really like the way it turned out, and so I changed it to another page. This was using a Christmas kit that I had. And that's on Joshua 1:8. This is the 4 elements of thanks. I believe I did this around Thanksgiving. Yeah, November 12th, 2016. And so I just basically number them. I use journaling cards. And they're here. I think they're on the other page too. Yeah, they start on this page. I'm sorry. So, and again, because they had something here, I used it over here. It just so happens that the scripture roll over to the next page also. This was when we were about to get a new president. I believe Trump was becoming president. And so this was just about acknowledging that God is in control of everything and that we are to respect those that are in authority and pray for them. Is that? Yeah, President D. Trump. So that's when Trump became president. So it's, it's a good memory. Like, it reminds me of praying for my country and praying that our leaders make the right decisions for us. So Bible journaling, that's what it was to me. It was a way to connect with God and relate it to my life in a creative space. So this was just some coloring I did. This was a tip-in using some acetate. Let's see. various prayers on it. It's got some stamps in here, some more acetate. I believe this is a Project Life card. This was about my friend. He died when I was in college. We were in college, and this was this is very old. This is very old. This is what he wrote to me on the back of his football picture, and then I have some journaling on the back. So this means a lot to me. What I might do is transfer some of these pages into my new Bible. I don't know. I might just keep them in here because this is where I originally did it. His nickname was Smoke, and he was number 2 for the Raiders. Go Raiders. Just some highlighting. I really like these color combinations together. Journaling on there. I like tip ends a lot. And I think this was I think I made this. This is the first one I made. This is Indescribable is one of my favorite songs, gospel songs that Kiki shared. Now there's many versions, but I think her version is the one that I like the most. Choose to be happy. Is this a tip in? This is using vellum and puffy stickers, very puffy stickers. So again, yeah, that's how styles changed to this Bible because this Bible doesn't have anything really puffy in it. This was my first collab with a pile of ashes, Ashley. So this is the page I did from that. I really like this page. It's totally done with what are those things called? Color pencils. Another tip in. This tip in is Illustrated Faith. And so are the tabs. This is from my Christians Have Fun kit. It's a whole bunch of summer vibes and stuff. This is coming up. This is gelatos. And I kind of left this kind of peeking through. I really like to use all the washi that I had on this page. And of course, another tip with notes on it. I think this bow is just in here. I don't think it really bookmarks anything. No. That looks very fun. It's offering. This is about Christmas and how my dad shares the same birthday. Because that's what I said, Jesus and my daddy. They have the same birthday. I believe I'm not supposed to show this page. That's why I have it washi taped. But I wanted to show that I have vellum and I washi taped it in to create a hinge. And there's a hinge that actually goes this way, but journaling that, I think I'm going to look back one day and read it and be like, what in the world was I going through? So that's interesting to see that. This was my first attempt at gesso and I failed drastically because I accidentally bought white gesso. I knew I was not supposed to buy white gesso, but I still did. This is from my first, I think, Illustrated Faith kit. It's a little note card in there. Oh, it's sealed, so I guess I shouldn't open it. So I like that, you know, you go back and you go over it and it's like, oh, wow, I remember this. And it sparks all these wonderful memories. Oh, this broke. There you go. There you go. This is another reason why you want to reinforce washi tape. So this is a Valentine's Day. It actually flips this way too. Yeah, there were my notes right there. And that's supposed to stick out. I think this is one of my favorites. I used gelato and color pencils and a tip in. I think it was my favorite because I had all of my favorite things. I used all of them on here. A whole bunch of tip ins and stuff. This is, I think, my first smushing in this Bible. So that's Ephesians. In my journaling. Oh, wow, you can't see that. Journaling. This is about my church. How I went from one church to the next when I graduated from college. So I went from Grace International Church to Zion. This is very bright. Orange is my favorite color. So I'm loving that, of course. And I think that's it. I think this is just some testing pages back here. Yeah. So that was it for this Bible. So this is like 2016, 17, and a bit of 18. I didn't get this Bible until the end of 18. After that, I started to feel like I wanted to journal in my happy planner. I felt like I could be more freeing in my happy planner and not worry about messing the Bible up. I have this thing where I feel like I'm going to ruin it, and I just really couldn't get over it. So everybody who Bible journals does it in a different way. So whatever way is comfortable for them. And I just really became uncomfortable doing it in my Bible for some reason. And so I wanted to still do it, but I wanted to be more free with it. I don't do anything real drastic and crazy in here. Like I'm not ripping pages up and cutting them out and things like that. Although I've seen people do that in their Bible, and there's no judgment against that. But I wanted to be more free, and this gave me the liberty to be free. So I used to print the verses that I wanted to journal on cardstock, and then I margined it the way that I wanted to and made spaces, text, and everything the way that I wanted it to be in order for me to be able to journal it the way that I wanted to. So this was a good solution for me before I got this Bible. I still plan on doing this because I'm not going to be painting in here at all. So this is just going to be full of printables because I love that it can still stay closed. It still has, because I have journaling cards in here, it's still a little bulky, but the pages aren't wrinkly and things like that. And I like wrinkled pages in my TN, but not in my Bible. So, and I also don't mind wrinkly pages in my planner. So this was a good solution for me. So I started this, and I stopped dating. But I know that this was about Easter. So that is about when I started this because this is my first page. And so then it became a 2-page spread. And you can see right here where I meant by just go ham, do what I want to do. So this is acrylic paint, watercolors. I'm scribbling, scratching, and sticking stuff down as I see fit, swirling paint, all of that. And I had fun. I had a lot of fun. So that's what I love to do in here. So this is still all about Easter and resurrection. And then I go into spring. This is a spring kit. This is still spring. Easter. God made me unique. Still into my tip-ins. Reveal your teal. Bloom. Sweet Paradise with Jesus. Blue Blooms. I also love that this would allow me to Bible journal the same page again if I wanted to. Remember how I said I went into my Bible and I got to that page, either I already did it or with something kind of already illustrated on it. I can just reprint this, and I love that about it. Fun pocket prayers. Well, Christian fun pocket prayers. Proverbs 31, Phenomenal Woman poem. And that was the end of my Bible journaling and my faith planner, but I am going to get back into that. And then I have my planner that I have now. Sorry, my Bible that I have now. So it starts off, my name is on it. And then I just made some notes about me diving into my journaling Bible. So decided to put Able at the top. My contents, and just using the tidbits that are left over from my printables when I'm finished using them. So this is my owl kit. Who loves you? With a play on the word who. I'm just writing notes in it at that point in time. Let's see. So thank you for giving us this map, giving us your word. And then I believe I go into the Old Testament. And it says, take your time and sip on the Old Testament. Really take it all in. That's what that note says. Be wise, queen. So then I get into my actual journaling pages, which I've shown before. I don't know if I show this one. Maybe not. I don't know, but it's from that same owl kit. This is Proverbs 31 in this Bible, and it was in this faith planner as well. See, that's the beauty of printables. I just reprinted this. Put it in there. This was a freebie. I changed the colors when I put it in my Bible, but it's like a charcoal of birds, and it says soar, it says free, be free. It's a printable in my, a free printable in my Facebook group that I used. I think you saw that. Oh, I still haven't journaled on this side. I gotta go back and do that. And I have to reinforce it. So that's probably why I didn't reinforce it, because I want to go back and read it. Write it. It's about joy. As you can see. Isn't this just lovely? Let's take a moment and appreciate chocolate. So then we go into the New Testament. And this is just notes to myself. Have fun learning about all the events of the New Testament. Little notes to myself. I think this was my first entry right here. I believe this was my first entry. I really, really think this was my first entry in this Bible. And for some reason, when I printed it, the "and" didn't print, and then I used a glittery sticker, alpha sticker. And then my last one would be Happy New Year. And this is just me sticking, like I said, my extra printables down. This is some extra stuff that's in this Bible. So stuck it down. We'll journal there when I feel the need. Same thing. And I don't think I have anything else in there. And some testing of inks, which ones I want to use. And that is all. That is all I used in my journaling Bibles. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching the video. I hope that you found some inspiration. Hope that you liked it, enjoyed it. I love looking through flip throughs on YouTube. So just glad to be a part of it. I'm part of this community, and I really appreciate the love and support that I get from people and the inspiration that I get from people. Amen. Thanks. Bye-bye.